Hi everyone, and welcome to another Friday edition of the H&H Debriefing. Today is November 21st, and we are looking forward to a Thanksgiving break, and so we're stocking up on exciting books to read while we're with family this coming weekend, and we got to talking about the treatment of our precious physical books, and we would love to hear how far you go to preserve the pristine beauty of your brand new paperback or hardcover books, and how far you will go to make sure that nothing happens to them. For instance, I saw Jen folding back the cover of a book the other day, and I was horrified because I will go so far as to not buy the copy closest to me when I'm looking at, a stack of books or something at a bookstore. I will actually go behind to where I feel that the book has been handled least and buy that copy so that there are zero scratches on it. I don't really like to, bend things back. I don't really like to fold pages. I want it to be in mint condition when I am done with it, especially if it's going on the keeper shelf. Obviously, you want it to be perfect. If I get a book signed, I usually don't read that one. I will get another one to actually read. I mean, I am completely obsessed with the perfection of my books. I don't know why. It's just how I am. And so we were wondering how you like to treat your books, and I would like to hear from Jen about why she treats her books the way that she does. Go ahead.
You make me sound like I'm abusive. Is there like a book protective services that you should be calling?
Good question.
I don't think
audience members let us know if
like is
service, and I will call them.
Yeah, is there a chapter of like the American Library Association that
where you like rack up violations or something?
Right. I need to be reported. Yeah. No, I don't think. I'm very careful about how I treat my books. My roommate can attest for this. I let her borrow some of my books, and she gave them back to me with the spine cracked. You know the sign when it's like white lines running down the spine of your book?
Oh yeah.
Just, it pains me to see. And
That's another question. Are there people that you will or will not loan books to after things like that, or do you have rules? Apparently my mom says, which I don't know if I believe her, though it does sound like me, to be fair. She says that I once made her sign a contract to return a book to me in perfect condition. So,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm not great at sharing, apparently.
That does sound like you, but you do have a lot of siblings. So, like, I feel like you have to be protective of your stuff. So, but anyway, yeah, so I don't let her have any of my real books anymore. I actually only give her ARCs nowadays, or have her buy her own books, or I will buy books specifically for her, because I became that protective. I don't like dog-earing books. I know that you saw me bend a book cover back, but that is, I draw the line.
But it was for a review, so you were trying to save your spot. Okay.
But I also.
But that's what bookmarks are for.
Yes, and unless it's an ARC, I don't dog ear the pages. That just, I don't like it. I think part of that is because I used to work at a library in high school, and if you bent the books back, then you couldn't go out and buy another one because you didn't have it in the budget, so you just taped it up and, hoped that the next person treated it a little bit better. And in high school, before I worked at the library, I used to treat books a lot worse. I, at one point, dropped a book in the bathtub. I know!
But I think we've all had close encounters at the very least, because you have to read everywhere.
Exactly. You have to, be able to read anywhere that you want. I have stopped reading in the bathtub since that incident. But yeah, it can be very dangerous. But I think that books should be, they should be loved on. And if they look like they've been read and their cover is a little, a little bit more bent than, say, your covers, Heather, I think that's fine. It just shows that I really love that book.
That's true.
So,
That's true.
yeah.
And I do have books that are, because as they get older too, they definitely look more used
Yeah.
and stuff. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. But I think that, especially because, when reprints come out and they have different covers or they make editorial changes or something, I want the edition that I originally loved and fell in love with. So I guess I just try to preserve it as well as possible in case something happens where I can't get another copy. So I think that's part of it is I'm definitely kind of a fanatical collector, if you couldn't tell about things. So if it's something that I really want, I don't want anything to happen to it because I'm completely paranoid. I buy things in duplicate sometimes because I'm like, well, what if something happens to this first one?
See,
So
I do that
I think there are different levels.
Yeah, and I do that with if I love a book and I want it to be on my keeper shelf, I will literally have a keeper shelf of physical books. If I really love a book, because I have a physical copy of it. Is a lot of the the signal for me.
Yeah, that's a lot of how I have duplicate copies now. Like I'll have a signed book or something that's physical, and then I'll have the ebook copy that I read. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, I think
so. I guess we're not that far off. I guess.
No. I before we started the broadcast, I said I think that we agree on most things. It's just to which extreme do we agree?
Yes.
So it just proved that we both want our books to be protected.
Yes.
But I just want mine to look a little bit more loved on, and you want yours to look pristine.
I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, so now you guys know our opinion and we want to know yours. So down in the comments, let us know how you treat your books. What are your rules when you let someone have your books? Do you let them dog-ear the pages? Do you let them turn back the cover? Or are there some people that are just not allowed to have books anymore from you because they just treated them so badly? Let us know in the comments. And we won't be here next week because of the Thanksgiving holiday, but we'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.